when you're thinking about having someone watch your children, what is the number one thing that you want to make sure? Of course, it's that the person is going to keep your kids safe. That's more important than anything else. And how do you really know that? You should ask about their credentials, education, things like that, their experience. But what you really want to do is make sure they could tell you safety rules, that they know them well enough that when you ask an open-ended question, they can come up with answers. So if you have a baby and you are hiring someone to watch a baby, ask them, what safety rules do you follow when you're with a baby, especially when it comes to sleeping or eating? And then wait and see if they can tell you, you must put a baby to sleep on their back according to doctor recommendations. Maybe your family does something differently, but they should know those recommendations. You should never give a baby anything to eat or even hold unless it's approved, right? It's got to be big enough and safe enough for a baby if it's a toy, because they can put it in their mouth. And if it's something they're going to eat, once they start eating solids, then they have to be cut up in very tiny pieces. You know, if it's a toddler, you want them to know, you know, exactly where that toddler is all of the time. You should have them tell you that they watch the baby 24/7. You don't want to ask them that. Do you watch a baby or a toddler 24/7 when you're with them? Because they'll say yes. You want to ask them, what are the safety rules, and see if they can come up with the answers. And make sure the answers that they give you satisfy you, that they know the safety rules that you want them to follow. And if they really aren't sure what to answer, then that may not be a good person, especially for a baby or a toddler. With older kids, it's not as concerning. Obviously, you want them to say, you know, they can't go outside unless you approve it, or answer the door for strangers. But keep in mind that whatever ages they're going to be watching and how old your kids are, they should know the safety rules that relate to that. If your family has some special safety rules, you can share those with them, but they should already know what are the doctor recommendations, what are the basic common sense rules that they should know without anyone telling them. And then you know they're experienced enough to keep your kids safe.